Welcome to the Michigan Travel Show, a kaleidoscope of stories about the people, places, and events that shape our great state.
Okay, well, here in downtown Taipei, Taiwan, at their beautiful temple. And the tide is in the dream, that banner there. So I just got here, took a taxi ride from the neighboring city, Tanyun. Anyway, and this is their world famous temple here, and gardens next door, right down in the middle of Taipei. It's a slow Sunday morning here. Like I said, I just rolled into town last night about 11 o'clock. So anyway, this is the National Theater and Concert Hall. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna walk around and check everything out, see where everybody's kind of going, take some more pictures. But here in downtown Taipei, Taiwan. So anyway, I finally made it. Did a lot of research and I'm here. So this is pretty cool. Okay, well, we'll check out a few more things and get rolling. I find out this is the National Theater Terrace, but that building looks beautiful from here. So I'm just kind of finding my way. Didn't have time to get on a tour. So I'm going to investigate the city quite a bit on my own and go from there. And here we go. Okay, and this is part of downtown Taipei. It's a lazy Sunday morning, but the tree-lined streets here are impressive. Boulevards there, filled with trees. This is a subway station. I may investigate on how to ride it, but I just wanted to get here from that neighboring town, and wasn't bad. Probably 20-mile ride for only $36. Wasn't bad. You can get a ride like that, and I got to see stuff along the way. So that's why you take a taxi instead of a subway. You get to see what the city is about, at least. And right here, so downtown Taipei, truthfully, I have to admit, it reminds me of a little bit of Tokyo. You know, and I can see why. See, I'm here in Asia, and it's sitting out here in the ocean all by itself, just like Japan is. So I will investigate taking the subway on the way back. But these tree-lined streets are pretty impressive. This is what I've always heard and saw all the tourist council stuff, that it's very, very pretty here. Lots of motorcycle scooters, and I can see that. Here they all come right here. Lots of people on scooters, motorcycles. Lots and lots and lots of them. Well, it's cheap, and gas costs a lot of money here. And here's what a tree-lined street looks like. Pretty nice. This is impressive. Very, very nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna go check out the palace here, the theater, and some of the palace stuff, and go from there. I'm doing some construction along here too, also. So here, just behind this temple, people coming off the subway. The sun's pretty intense here for being the end of September, but you know, like I said, it never snows here, so it stays hot most of the year. So they are working on construction works at the Art and Cultural Concourse are in progress, and it'll be completed next year in 27, or 2 years from now. But anyway, they have all their different theater shows that are kind of advertised on the wall here. So like I said, a phenomenal building here, and Yep. There's the whole concourse along here. People can stop and taking pictures. Okay, I'm gonna walk over there and maybe check out the gardens. Okay, wow, wait, here is the backside of the theater here. But, now there are the gates coming in. There is another temple there, and then another one down there. And the square here is huge. It goes from there with the gardens to this big open square. And then you've got all these beautiful parkland trees and gardens all around it. Yeah, this is where I said I wanted to come out to. This is beautiful. Wow, wait. This is pretty cool. This is in the dead center of Taiwan. Pretty cool. See some skyscrapers going up there. To the left there is their big, huge tower, and probably goes up over 1,000 feet. And here, all the way around, a quick 360. A better view of the building across the street there, across the plaza, and then, like I said, the huge gates, and then down the way, that temple there, and a few others. This is pretty cool. And there it is. I'm up here in the shade a little bit. Okay. Yep, that's awesome. Okay, here's a show coming up, The Tide and the Dream. That's coming up next month. And young people up here dancing. Got something to do here. So they like to dance, and we see them here doing Tai Chi, and they're over here dancing. Pretty cool. This is interesting. The dog days are over 2.0. Central Taiwan Business Arts Festival, Art Week in autumn. So the art festival is coming here in the autumn. Oh, not until November. Yeah, in November. Well, that's when it does cool off here. Kind of like Florida. Doesn't cool off for months. And like I said, people just hanging out, kids dancing, adults doing Tai Chi. That's pretty cool. Okay, and we're walking all the way around this. There's the pillars. Okay, we're overlooking the construction site, which is interesting. Men are working out here on Sunday. God bless them. And it's ungodly hot out here, and they're welding. But you get used to it. Get used to it. Just when I was young, I got used to working in the factory, pouring some molds here, and like I said, they're over here welding columns together. Over here working, yep. That's cool. Okay, and we'll just continue our walk all the way around. Here's the intricate design of this. This place is really cool. We'll find out when it was built. It's not super old. Probably only 25, 30 years old. It's a pretty new building. But this is awesome. Okay, well, just keep I peer in the windows. Okay, well, I always like to take some pictures of billboards. I always tell you a few things. It looks like this has been an ongoing project from 14 to 28, and people make pictures here, drawings, and I don't know what it all says, but it's a sustainable theater, a world for all of us. So it's been a long-term project working on this. I always find out information on these type of billboards, and that's why I film and take pictures of them, so then I kind of know what's going on. Here, a big show is coming next month. The Legend in the Boundary Fort, which is going on, which just did, 9/20 to 9/21. Right there, another. So people always say, how do you get around? There's always a fair amount of stuff in English, or people know some English. Even my cab driver knew some. And it says, well, National Theater, CH, China House, Superior Lorette, Emanate Piano Recital. Looks like he did it. And these are shows that they have here at the theater. 1026. They just had, well, today at 7:30 tonight, piano recital. Maybe I'll come and watch it.